You're okay.
Yeah, great.
Is that how we're starting? I'm okay.
Okay.
Life's been better. Could be worse.
That's true. Something happened.
Mhm.
And I can't remember what it was, so. This is the Experience Podcast with me and someone else.
It's Elizabeth, back and just as chaotic as ever.
In fact, they were supposed to, I feel like at some point there were supposed to be people on, but she just kept canceling, so.
I don't even know. My schedule has just been absolutely insane. Let's just leave it at that.
Get all these extra things and I can't keep up. I have to remember you do this activity on Wednesdays and this activity on Thursdays, and sometimes you have,
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like Monday, Wednesday, I have a meeting 5:30 to 7, and then sometimes I have activities like this past Tuesday. It was actually really cool. This past Tuesday, I went and saw this circus called Seven Fingers perform at the theater, like the local theater. And they were incredible. They had someone who did Chinese pole, trapeze, silks, hula hoops. There was like a short lyra wheel, like a lyra hoop, not wheel. Hoop. They like did singing and dancing and like speaking parts and all tied up into this like show called Passengers. It was really cool. Like all around, it was an 85-minute show, no intermission, and it like felt like it flew by. Oh, this one guy did like really cool juggling act. That one was really neat. It was like interactive too. Like the other people on the stage would like add in or like subtract balls as he was like juggling them, and then they would like go up behind him, and it was like a lot of sleight of hand kind of tied in with the juggling, and that was really cool. But my favorite was the guy on the Chinese pole, because he literally like climbed up it and then did a backflip off of it and then caught himself at like mid-height. And then at the very end, he did like a death drop where he just like hung upside down and then just like released and fell to the ground and stopped himself with like his thighs and his feet like 6 inches from his head hitting the ground. It was insane.
That was Thursday? That was yesterday?
No, that was Tuesday.
That was Tuesday, sorry.
Yesterday I went bouldering.
What? Okay, we'll get back to that in a minute. Why do you have meetings in the evening? What's going on with that?
The evening meetings, it's for my program. It's like our B course project that we have to do. So it's like not work. It's my project.
All right.
Work related, but has to be not during working hours.
Yeah, it's part of your work, but it's not part of your work. Are you ever going to finish the program, or are you just going to keep doing it forever?
Oh, it ends in December.
Yeah, I don't believe that. I think
2 whole years of this.
Yeah, I think this is just your life now. So, Good job. Congratulations. This is it.
Permanently part of my program. Be a rotational engineer forever.
That's all I know of you. So, I can't remember a time when you weren't doing this.
I mean, 2 years ago, I was not doing it. When I was still in grad school.
Yeah, 2 years ago. All right, well. Then what are you doing after December? Yeah, if this is it, if this is really coming to an end, because you don't know anything else, so.
Nothing is official yet, but I think I'm going to go into a role that kind of focuses more on materials.
Okay. Yeah, that
So
sounds so excited about that.
I'm excited. I think it'll be really good. But yeah, can't say too much because I don't want to jinx anything.
Oh, okay. Do you have to, then it's sort of like you have to apply for the type of role you want once you're done?
Yeah,
Or,
it's an internal application sort of process. Talking with people.
uh, pick
I
who,
believe I think I still have to have the formal interview, but we're not there yet. I just submitted my preferencing, so still waiting.
okay. Well, that's exciting. It's still going to be in Greenville.
Most likely, uncertain.
Oh my god. Sure, she's holding everything back right now.
I'm not. I can't say. I'm not. I will share when it's official.
The listeners they're in the comments, they're begging.
They want to know. They're so invested. They're like, the girl who always talks about Taylor Swift.
You know what?
Her.
Okay, let's not bury the lead then. Did you see the Taylor Swift Eras Tour movie video showing recording? I don't know what you call
I did. Okay, so I did a whole thing. It was actually quite exciting. What I did was, so it came out in early October, like the 12th, the 13th. I think it came out on Friday the 13th. Yeah, Friday the 13th was when the movie came out. But then she like kind of released it a day early on the 12th, on Thursday, for showings after her premiere. Anyway, I was in Houston that weekend. And so we already had plans and did not go to the movie theater to go see the movie. So what I actually schemed when she released the date for 1989 Taylor's version, I saw that it was October 27th, meaning that it would drop at midnight. So like if you stayed up on October 26th, then you could listen to it at midnight on the 27th. So
I get it.
I then went to the local movie theaters in Greenville, and I looked for the show times of when they were showing the Eras Tour, and they had like a 7 p.m. showing of the Eras Tour movie on the 26th. So I got a group of people together, and we all went and saw the Eras Tour movie. And that ended around 10-ish, because it runs like 2 hours, 45 minutes, plus all the previews. And then after that, we went to my apartment and had snacks and hung out until midnight to listen to, and admittedly, we did not listen to the full album. It's kind of long. So we listened to the 5 new Vault track songs and New Romantics, and then I went to bed.
Okay, so that was your experience.
Yes, that was my Eras Tour experience. Oh, actually, it was very chaotic. In the movie theater, we were all sitting in a row, and people were sitting in the row behind us. They came like dressed up, and it was like a whole thing. They all looked super cute. So I was like walking back into the movie theater from getting my snacks, and I just hear like a crash, and then everyone's like, oh no! And I'm like, what's going on? So it turns out, I think they had smuggled in wine into the movie theater, and they had dropped the bottle of wine. And it like was definitely like a fruit wine, Moscato variety, because then like the whole area just smelled like wine. And this was before the movie even started. But they had a great time.
What a choice to bring, like wine for the Taylor Swift Eras Tour movie?
Yeah, a glass bottle of wine. But don't worry, they still had another one, so they were still getting lit.
That's interesting. Okay. So was theater? Admittedly I didn't get a chance to see it.
I am shocked.
I know. Well, you know what? I was considering it, but then I was like, I don't want to. I'm a little busy because I was starting the new job. But also, I don't know. I just felt strange going there by myself. You know, like it was like when I went to see Barbie by myself. I'm like, people are like looking at me. You know,
I feel like no one was looking at you, but
they were. Anyway, but from what I hear, because I might watch it if it comes out like on demand. I might watch it. I mean,
I've heard that the rumors are saying it's going to go to Amazon Prime,
that's what I mean. It's gonna go to one of the services because
but it's going to go to one of them.
how much money did she make off of it?
She's a billionaire now.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know if she needs money for this. I'm sort of like if you're optimistic, you're thinking she did it, for the fans. If you're pessimistic, she
I
did it
think
for.
she did it for the fans. Because, like, so many people couldn't go see the show.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's like the optimistic point of view. There's also the pessimistic point of view where it's like, oh, she did it so she could get an extra however much money. But
Yeah.
maybe it was a little both. But anyway.
She definitely had box office records that were better than some of, like, the regular movie releases for this year. I mean, it's nothing like Barbie and Oppenheimer, but...
She made $230 million. Well, she didn't, but the movie made it $230 million.
Wow. Also exciting is the Beyonce.
I was gonna say there's a Beyonce one coming out in December.
Yeah. I'm very excited about that one as well.
I wonder. I was listening to some podcasts, but I wonder if like this is going to be a new thing, like a new big thing. These sort of concert movies, like there seems to be enough of a demand.
Yeah, I mean, especially for the big artists, because not everyone can get tickets. I mean, I got really lucky getting Eras Tour tickets, but I mean, obviously the shots that are in the Eras Tour movie are like incredible compared to my view, because it's on the stage for some of the shots.
And if you're a big fan, like you'll go to, like, even if you saw the Eras Tour in person, you'll still go see the movie just to
Just to enjoy it. I mean, it was a masterpiece. Like, she really put together quite a unique concert, and it was really great. So.
Was your theater like singing along? Was it a ruckus other than the wine people?
There weren't that many people, like maybe 20 people in the entire theater. Maybe 30. I think everyone was like singing along like to themselves, not like loudly.
There wasn't a mock concert. There wasn't a mosh pit in there.
No, there was not a mosh pit. I've seen some of those videos and I was like, are we going to be standing for this?
I mean, like,
well, we all just sat in our seats and had a good time.
Like, okay, but then you mentioned you got snacks. Like, are people getting popcorn for this? Like, what are you eating?
I mean, I got popcorn and an icy, but part of all of the hype that came with it was the merch, because they did cups and popcorn buckets.
I think you can still get the merch.
It was tour branding.
I want to say you can.
Most people, when they go into the theater, got, a drink for the cup and the popcorn bucket.
I was gonna try this. I think you can still get the merch. I'm sure you can, but.
I mean, you can still get the, like, regular merch from her, like, tour store, and, I mean, it was 2 weeks after the movie came out when I went and actually saw it, and they still had cups, so. I wouldn't be surprised if they just, like, keep them until they run out. They probably ordered a ton. I have 2 cups. But I didn't get a popcorn bucket, because I didn't have the one I wanted.
Okay, well that sounds
Also different merch between like Regal and AMC. Like all the different theaters had different versions of the Eras Tour. Like popcorn buckets and soda cups.
So what's showing in Regal? Okay.
It also did show at Regal, yes. Something that I did not think was going to happen at first because she had like done the whole AMC partnership thing.
Yeah.
And I was very sad because there are no AMCs in South Carolina.
Really?
No. At least not near me. Like, the closest one is in Asheville, I think.
The whole state? Really? Well, let me... What's up?
You gotta fact check me?
I gotta fact check it, because that's crazy.
Pretty sure I'm right.
I'm sure you are, but that just seems wild. No, that's not what I wanted. Can I, this map. Let's see. I don't want to dox you here, so I'm just going to have to be creative.
Find it yet?
No, I'm typing. Hold on. Oh wait, I just had the list and this is not the order that I wanted it in. Okay, well, states, there we go. There's 2 in South Carolina. So.
There's 2?
There's Columbia and Myrtle Beach.
Okay. So probably still about equidistant between Greenville and Columbia and Greenville and Asheville.
I'm trying to see where, yeah. As I say, Myrtle Beach is definitely not close to you.
No, I'm going to put it in Google right now. AMC.
Myrtle Beach is obviously all around the coast, and you're closer to, yeah. You know what? And Columbia is not.
There's a Camelot Cinemas, allegedly, in Greenville. That came up when I said AMC.
I mean, look,
AMC River Hill, Asheville. Yep.
I wonder if,
by pure mileage, the closest one is in Asheville.
Yeah, it's the Asheville's probably close. I'm wondering if there's one like on the corner of Georgia or something, but no.
No. There's not a lot. Although I have a lot of love for the little town of Livonia, Georgia. That's where I like to stop on I-85. They have a lovely little Chick-fil-A.
Okay. I see.
I always stop at that Chick-fil-A because it's really at a great stopping point in my drive because it's right just before you get to the border if you're leaving Georgia or just after you cross out of South Carolina. So if you need to put a midpoint of sorts on the drive, it's past the midpoint if you're going to Greenville, before the midpoint if you're going to Atlanta, but I find that it breaks up my drive nicely. I can get out and walk around.
So this is a good pro tip for those that are traveling between Greenville and Atlanta.
Yeah, this is a very specific pro tip.
For all people.
You are leaving Atlanta, going north on 85. Stop in Livonia.
We are actually doing a meet and greet next month. The next time Elizabeth goes back to Atlanta, if our listeners want to meet up, she'll be at the Chick-fil-A. That's right in between Greenville and Atlanta.
I will probably be there.
She'll probably be there.
Friday night.
It's an autograph. Any more tips?
Not even kidding. Next Friday night, I will probably be there.
When's Thanksgiving? Are you going back for that? That's probably.
Yeah, that's a whole thing. I think I have to come back because I have something I have to be in office for on that Tuesday. So, yeah.
I am technically working Friday. And I want to see.
The 24th?
Yeah, after Thanksgiving. Yeah. It's not a holidays or anything. I don't know how it's going to work. I have to work remotely. We should probably find a way. No, you never did it, did you? Did you ever do a Seder at Noah's house?
No, I never made it because the first year I was supposed to do it, I was sick, and then the next year, I don't know, I remember you went, but for whatever reason I couldn't go.
I don't know why you didn't go the second year.
I don't remember.
You had something going on.
It was something. I think it was an event. I don't think I was sick. I think it was.
It wasn't a great excuse, but you had some excuse. I don't remember what it was. We gotta find a way to do it.
Wrong time of year for Seder? What?
Huh?
Why are you bringing that up?
Is it well for next year? I feel like we should. I was just thinking about holidays.
For now?
We should. I know it's a lot. We have a long way, a long way to go for that. We should try to do that at some point.
We can put it. I mean, if we put it on the calendar now, we like kind of have to make it happen, right?
I'll have to talk to Noah. I mean, it's a ruckus. Like his family is. It's something else. So.
Meet and greet. Next Passover.
It's easier for you to go than me, obviously. It'd be a little trip.
I mean, only if I'm here.
Yeah, but I mean, you can just kind of. I mean, we already talked about how convenient of a drive it is because you can stop right at Chick-fil-A halfway.
I mean, yes, it's convenient, but only if I live in Greenville.
That's true. And we haven't revealed where.
We haven't revealed my final spooky.
No matter what. So it's yeah. Anyway, I don't remember what I was gonna mention. I was gonna talk about something else.
Have you seen Killers of the Flower Moon? While we're on the topic of movies, kind of.
That was another movie I thought about seeing, but it was like 3.5 hours. I was like, oh my god, that's like 3 bathroom breaks. I mean,
Sorry, wait, did you say 3.5?
3.5 hours.
I didn't know that.
Did you see it or not see it? What?
I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it. I didn't know it was that long.
It was 3.5 hours. So I was like gearing up. I was like, oh, when's it coming out? We're gonna go see it. And I'm like, 3.5 hours. Come on, Martin. Marty, we're on a first name basis. Martin's from State of the Union.
You and Marty? I mean, you're both directors.
That's true. I was like, Marty, come on. You can't, 3.5 hours. I can't do that. It's too long, you know? The kids, just the attention span, it's not going to work.
I mean, I will say, Oppenheimer, that was only 3, though.
It was in 45 minutes, I think. No, it was 3 hours. Never mind. It was 3 hours, but that's an extra half an hour. I mean, that's not negligible.
No.
Like 3.5 hours is probably my limit, is what I'm getting at.
I feel like 3 hours was almost my limit, but it was just such a good movie. I think my real limit is like 2.5 hours.
How long was the Taylor Swift Eras Tour movie?
2:45. I took a bathroom break in the middle.
Okay.
You go during red. Like you.
I was gonna say whenever you get.
Yeah, I like left. I mean, like, cause 22 like takes so long. Like I watched the very beginning of it, and then I went to the bathroom, and I got back before the song was even over.
Really? It's not a long song. I didn't see the.
No, but she like dances around the stage like a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And also, my theater was like right next to the bathroom, so it was like convenient.
Didn't do the 10-minute version of All Too Well.
No, she did.
That's 10 minutes right there.
I'm not gonna skip that. Are you kidding me? I had to be there. That was important.
That's dragging out a song.
No, it's not. That was a masterpiece, Daniel.
I'm kidding. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Don't drag my girl.
Calm down. I'm just. It's just a joke.
You're trying to incite violence.
I am not trying to. Whatever.
Anyway, big day for the music industry today.
Oh, is it?
Nominations were announced.
The what nominations? You cut out there.
The Grammys.
Oh, the Grammys.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, the Grammy nominations.
The one I'm most excited about is Noah Kahan was nominated for Best New Artist.
Yes, my favorite Best New Artist.
It's a good list.
I'm pulling it up. I haven't looked at it, honestly.
But well, I know you obviously haven't looked at it. You're just humoring me. But I recently learned about one of the other people who was nominated. This man named Jelly Roll.
That sounds familiar. Or it's just
So he's like a rapper, and he's like in the. I think he's like kind of in like the country music industry as a rapper.
okay.
I don't know, but I recently found out about him because my friend was watching the Country Music Awards and then said this man Jelly Roll is on stage performing and they're not singing the song I want. Like, not that Jelly Roll wasn't singing it, but it was like the person he was performing with wasn't singing the song that my friend thought they should have been singing.
Yeah, looks like he does some country rap, some southern hip hop, if you will.
Mm-hmm. What was Jelly Roll's felony at 16? Oh, apparently it was aggravated robbery.
Oh, well, I mean, there's a lot worse felonies you could be
Mm-hmm.
convicted of. Yeah.
Apparently his nickname comes from his mother because he was a chubby kid.
I don't know. That's a little. Okay.
That was a little too on the nose.
I know. It's like that. Is Ed Sheeran gonna run out of album names?
Didn't he just release an album that is not one of his math symbols, though?
He just did Subtract. Well, okay. He was nominated for Subtract, so that's why that's why I was.
No, he released Autumn Variations.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What is he doing? Well, because he ran out, I guess.
Yeah. 2023 Autumn Variations.
Can he do like Subtract or not Subtract? Slash. I mean, it's kind of divide.
That's like, I think it's too much divide, you know? And plus he did the whole tour. He like did a tour for like all of his little math symbols.
So I guess I was right because he's running out of symbols.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's out of symbols.
I think he's out.
Well, also he has I'm going through his discography right now, and in 2014 he released an album called 5.
Was that like a studio album or like an EP?
I don't know what it is. It's got 32 songs on it. Maybe this is from a tour, so it's got like songs like It's Normal, and then there's a song that's live from a studio, Bravado dubstep remix, a whole series of them that are live at the Bedford, some songs, and then like a bunch of songs featuring people. I don't know. Also didn't realize it was 3 years between when he released Plus that had like the A-Team and Lego House, and then X that like, has all those like, I feel like, Thinking Out Loud and Photograph, those are like the big ones.
And now, yeah.
And yeah, all 3 years apart, because then Divide was 3 years later. And then Equals didn't come out until 2021. And then the Equals Tour Edition came out in 22, and then Deluxe came out in 23, and Autumn Variations. Which, I believe he actually wrote Autumn Variations because as a way to, like, his wife is sick. And I think that was, like, him coping with that. 1 second, I'm getting a phone call.
Okay, this was getting a phone call, so I have to carry the load here. I'll just explain what's happening because I'm sure she didn't turn off the volume for my voice, so she's probably hearing both of us, and it's very confusing for her. Now she's gonna go away. Yep, and she's running away. Okay. Anyway, we were talking about Ed Sheeran. I have the Grammy Awards here, and I'm trying to see if I recognize any of these people. What is this? Oh, Looks like Barbie got a lot of things. Well, she's still gone, and I'm still stalling. So, for those listening, the Grammy Award nominations did come out today. So yes, we're recording before Tuesday. It will be held on February 4th next year at the Crypto.com Arena, which is in downtown Los Angeles. Because all these arenas, they're named after crypto companies. And she's back, and I don't have to. Oh no, she's still on the phone.
No, I'm back. Sorry. Yeah, so I think that he wrote Autumn Variations when he was like coping with his wife's sickness.
Okay.
But I guess back to the Grammy nominees. How do you feel about the list?
I think the list is a list. It's got a lot of names,
Do you
and
know any of the people on the list?
I know the people. Well, I know some of them. Yeah, I know the people. Okay.
Well, you've got Coco Jones,
Obviously.
who I feel like I recognize her. Was she on Disney Channel?
Sounds fun. Coco Jones. Oh, she totally was. She was in.
Yeah, she was in Let It Shine.
What is
She was in the Disney Channel original movie Let It Shine. I knew her from somewhere.
that new? That movie came out 10 years ago. Took her so long. What's she doing?
Really, she was on like a couple different like Disney things. I mean, like, I feel like the best new artist category is not necessarily always a new artist per se.
Well, it looks like she kind of did a lot of smaller stuff in the last 10 years. And perhaps it was just tough for her to break through after the movie.
Yeah, I mean, it was 2012 when that movie came out, and she would have been.
Yeah, she would have been young, obviously, but I just mean like that. You have like Olivia Rodrigo was like 16, so.
Yeah, I mean, she's 25, so.
Yeah,
I don't know how young she was. Yeah, she's like still very young. Anyway, Ice Spice, Gracie Abrams, Victoria Monet, Noah Khan, The Warren Treaty. I didn't know them. Fred again, I didn't know him. Jelly Roll, I just heard about him. Did you know that Gracie Abrams is J.J. Abrams' daughter?
I did not.
Well, now you know. The more you know. Taylor Swift got 6 Grammy nominations for the Midnight's album.
Saw that.
Apparently, it was her 7th nomination in the Song of the Year category, which is one that she still has not won. So, let the anticipation begin. Will Anti-Hero finally be the one to do it?
Probably not.
Let's see. Actually, I think also Boy Genius was nominated for Song of the Year.
I don't see that. I don't see that. I don't know what you're looking at. But,
Song of the Year? What's A&W by Lana Del Rey.
I'm looking in the right category.
Why can't I see this whole thing? Here we go. Read more.
You gotta skip that. You gotta click the ad.
I want to click the ad.
You gotta click the ad. You can get the ad buffer extension for your Chrome tab.
I'm on my.
Adds extra. Oh, they have an extension for Safari too. It adds extra ads. So you get bonus ads.
Aha. I love getting ads.
They're great.
Oh wow, apparently a lot of songs from Barbie.
That's what I mentioned while you were doing your critical phone call. There's a lot of Barbie stuff.
Yeah, and then Olivia Rodrigo is apparently nominated for Rock Song with Ballad of a Homeschooled Girl. We're going into regular Google.
What was wrong with your phone? I thought it was
Daniel, you know I'm technologically challenged.
No, I never said that.
You didn't say it. I did.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to disagree with it. What was it?
I mean, it's an absolutely stacked category.
Which one?
The Song of the Year.
Oh, I didn't know which one we were talking about anymore. You keep changing.
I have been focused on Song of the Year this whole time, and then I just did a quick jaunt to Olivia Rodrigo, and then I jaunted back.
Okay, I didn't know that we were jaunting back.
My bad. Oh, it's Record of the Year that Boy Genius was nominated for, not Song of the Year. Vampire, Anti-Hero, Album of the Year, Batiste, The Record of Boy Genius, Cyrus.
Okay. Anything else stand out to you there?
Well, I only saw a few of the categories up until this point, so I'm currently...
You're still stuck on it.
No, I'm scrolling through all the other ones. Currently on Songwriter of the Year Non-Classical. Yeah, Ed Sheeran was nominated for Subtract on Best Pop Vocal Album.
Best pop. Yeah.
There's so many categories of the Grammys that they don't show during the actual airing that
As a show would be 10 hours long.
I mean, yes, correct. Yeah, Best Rock Song. You've got Mick Jagger, Keith Richards, and Andrew Watt, for the Stones, and then Olivia Rodrigo, Queens of the Stone Age, Boy Genius, and the Foo Fighters. That's just so funny to me. Paramore was nominated for Best Rock Album for their new album.
I was wondering why the new Blink album wasn't on there, but it was the cutoff, so.
It's not out?
No, it is out, but it came out right after the cutoff for the Grammys.
It already won.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be. Well, maybe not.
I don't think Noah Kahan was nominated for anything else, which is kind of a bummer.
Like, Jack Antonoff is going to win Producer of the Year, right?
Probably?
Got it.
I don't know. Who else is in the category?
Okay.
Dan Negro's also in the category, and he has Olivia Rodrigo and Chappelle Roan and someone else whose name is slipping my mind. Dermot Kennedy? No. He's got a lot of people putting out music right now. So, good song.
Antonoff this year was just gosh with the odds already.
Yeah, I think he only had a few things. Although, does he produce for
Bleachers?
Is he also a producer for Bleachers?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it would not make sense for him to not produce Bleachers as well, but.
It's his band.
I mean, yes, but I was like, maybe because he's the lead singer. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, he had 1975 too, that he did an album with this year.
This year. Yeah, I guess it does count. I was thinking just 2023. I gotta go back and do his long list. Yeah, I mean, he's got some other things here, but I don't know.
I digress. I went down a rabbit hole.
Go ahead.
Let's see, anything else in my rabbit hole? My thoughts? Well, I guess the other side of that is that Noah Kahan and Hozier put out their Noah Kahan's Northern Attitude featuring Hozier today. And then AJR put out The Maybe Man, which upon first listen I was a big fan of. And then, obviously, a couple weeks ago, 1989 Taylor's version came out.
But those won't be counted toward the Grammys.
I mean, like, the hard thing with those, I don't even know if it, like, made the cutoff for the Grammys, though, for this year.
Cutoff was September 15th.
Yeah, so it would have to be considered for next year's Grammys if it was considered, but I don't even know if she'll submit it. It's like you have to submit to be considered for the Grammys.
I don't know. I assume she would submit everything.
Like, I think that there's, like, certain rules on, like, winning awards on, like, the same songs. Like, she won the short film award for the All Too Well 10-minute version music video, I think. I think that was a Grammy. I think she won a Grammy for that. But that was, like, a new song.
Yeah.
I think it would be hard for her to compete for Album of the Year with an album that already, like, it's the re-record. Despite having new songs. As much as I love her, there are a lot of other talented artists out there who deserve recognition from the Academy.
Not just Taylor Swift.
Yeah. My hot take, as a Swiftie, maybe Taylor shouldn't get all the awards.
Well, that's very humble of you. Okay, well, I'll
like him for that. Someone's gonna be like, nope, time to cancel her.
Yeah, before you come after her, again, I did tell you where she's going to be.
Yeah.
So.
You know exactly where I'm going to be.
No. You do have a location. It's a great Chick-fil-A. I'll let you go now because I know you have plans tonight. I don't really know.
Yes, the call was about my plans for later this evening. I have someone arriving, but not immediately. I was getting the I'm 1 hour out call.
Again, she's always got plans. We had to squeeze this in here. So, all right. Well,
We got it in. We're here.
We're here.
I really was going into this thinking I was going to be giving a lot of opinions on 1989 Taylor's version, and I really didn't do it. So I think that was a win for our listeners.
That's true. We only talked like 50% of the podcast about Taylor Swift. I guess not relative though to 1989. So.
Yeah, I only talked about her for like 50% of
Yeah, but unrelated to the
How about that? So that's kind of crazy.
Okay, any other comments on Taylor Swift? I know Speak Now, Taylor's version came out, I think, in the interim.
It was July. We already talked about that, didn't we?
Wait, did we? I don't. I just guessed. Did it actually come out recently? It is July.
Yes. It came out in July. I have it on vinyl.
Okay.
I listened to it on my record player. My turntable.